All right, we're live on a Tuesday night. Good evening, everybody. What up, Julian? Na hindi na AI. Finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. All right, we're live on a Tuesday night. Good evening, everybody. What up, Julian? Na
We had
hindi
to
na
move it to
AI.
Tuesday.
Finally.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oops.
What up,
Sorry.
D Prime? What up,
What up,
Bruce?
guys? Yep.
Good evening. Good evening. Marami tayong pag-uusapan. We're not gonna include Raw even though it happened this morning kasi
Yeah.
technically this is a Weekend Reax. This is a Weekend Reax episode. So
Yep.
we will wait until Thursday live stream to talk about Raw.
Yeah, and we had to move it to Tuesday because we had to catch up on so much.
Well, I had already caught up by then, but yeah, you had to
No,
catch
no,
up.
not me. Yeah, I had to catch up. Like I such had a busy weekend. I wasn't able to watch everything. So but yeah, I did, you know, was able to do it. But yeah, saying hi to Julian. Uh it explains sa akin ni Julia why he's now like going to shows because apparently he's staying in QC. So
Yeah, dati sa Bulacan siya, di ba?
yeah, because he
Yeah,
is an
so he's
intern.
yeah, so Julian was supposed to I was supposed to get Julian an internship at my
Yeah.
office, pero that was shot down because apparently we had an intern already.
Oh,
Kaya,
all right.
no, it fucking sucks kasi I wanted Julian to get in kasi I needed an intern whether or not it was Julian. So it really was something that I needed. Kaya medyo masama loob ko na it was not meant to be.
Yeah, but he has a internship now as well. So congrats, Julian.
For about a month and a half, he's gonna be in QC. Well, when you graduate and when you know
Yeah. Yeah.
when you finally get a real adult job, you will be able to watch more shows.
Yeah.
What up,
Yeah,
John?
it's good to see you, Julian. Yeah. What's up, John? Also saying what's up to D Prime.
E Prime.
Bruce, who was there as well. So it was good to see Bruce. Yeah, madami tayo nung Sunday. So it was good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, big props to D Prime. He apparently helped with Julian So JT or internship. So
Yeah.
good for you. This is the community we're building here.
Oh. Soon
Yeah.
enough makakapag-subscribe na si Julian sa Patreon.
Oh yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
Right. How's everyone doing tonight? Ang init pa rin. Super hot.
Yeah, it was. But you know, I spent all day yesterday catching up to missed work. But it's okay now. I'm good.
Oh, nag-leave ka eh, diba?
Yes. I needed that break, actually. I didn't realize it. It was a much needed break for me. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's true.
It's almost time to shut up, Emil.
All right.
10 seconds left.
Please hear my music and yeet.
My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling, University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy dad. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Liao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
When you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
On our Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
You're now watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast on a Weekend Reax Tuesday live stream. It's Emil Nate, Romoran, Emil Nate, the Pinoy Dave Meltzer, as blessed by Junjun and Tupe. What was that? What was the story of that? Anyway.
Yeah, so kasi 'di ba, as us media has a sticker, right? During the two shows. So when I think may dalawang media, I think I was si Lou and si Dane. So sila yung nauna sa akin, and then they were making jokes. They called Lou as initially they called him, or I don't know if it's Lou but someone else. They called him siya yung una nilang tinawag as na Dave Meltzer. The Pinoy Dave Meltzer. So then when they got to me, because they recognized me
from the tour,
yeah, and I made a connection with both of them. It was my turn to take the photo. Oh, they said, "Oh, this is the real Pinoy Dave Meltzer," and I just laughed. Right, and that story was.
All right, so for those that don't know, we did a full tour around Manila, around technically Intramuros and Luneta with Zack Sabre Jr. and Chris Brooks. Originally, it was going to be with Zack Muna, but Chris decided to tag along. So they both, So how was that experience like for you? What did you tell them? How did you introduce yourself? And how did you make a connection with them?
Yeah, it was just like throughout the tour, just interacting and talking with them. And I think when tayo sa Manams, or waiting to to get in, I made sure that at least they could get to know my name, because I never introduced myself. I was already talking to them that entire afternoon, but I made sure that I was able to introduce myself before the end of the night, before I regret not doing it. So when we were sitting there, I introduced myself, said my name, said also said I'm a big fan of both of them, and we got to talking a little bit, and during the dinner I sat in between them.
Oh, so, but why though?
I don't know, like they left out a space, and then umupo na ako doon. Yeah, apparently, siguro, So I just sat.
Did you mention the podcast?
Yeah, I mentioned that I'm co-host with you on the podcast. That's my connection to the group. So
okay. So
yeah.
I'll say, when I would talk with Chris, I was with a tour. I was in a tour with Chris a couple of years ago when he first came here, and it was my first time doing a tour with Zach. I never mentioned the podcast. I didn't want to be that guy. Like I didn't want to. Hindi naman sa ayoko magyabang, pero I didn't want to. I was a worker. I'm a wrestler, so I don't want to tell as much as possible. I don't want to tell fellow wrestlers, especially two of them who are as huge and as major league as Chris and Zach, that I run a wrestling fan podcast, which I was doing since before I became a wrestler, diba? Like literally, I started the podcast before I started wrestling, so I didn't want to get into that. Maybe Stan would explain to them. Siguro, but for guests, they would just come in when it's time for me to interview them, diba?
Yeah.
So, yun ang ano, yun yung story ko. I don't tell people that I'm a podcaster until I interview them. So,
Yeah.
what do
Yung
they?
sa akin kasi, I think, when I was introducing myself, I think also maybe Jackie or it was Shane who also said na, I'm your co-host on the podcast.
Okay. So,
So yun eh.
binuking nila ako. You're
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
mean,
right.
yeah. But yeah, it was great kasi again that entire day they were so nice, never felt they were snobbish or anything.
Yeah.
They were friendly to all of us, they were friendly to me, and even no Saturday and Sunday the show dates. So whenever when in the few times that I saw them after that, they recognized me, and I even thanked them last Sunday for that whole week. It was a great. I told them it was a great experience. It was great to meet both of them. And in the future we'll see each other soon again. So
I
you never
mean,
know.
Zach did say that he wants to come back. We just don't know when. Magpapaalam pa siya kay Bostana.
Oo nga eh.
So, no, Zach is super nice. He is super
Yes.
down to earth. He's not a big headed, foreigner
Mm.
and all that.
No, he's
So
not.
he's really a friend of the Philippines, and he's mentioned to a few of us that he feels a real connection with the Philippines. So yeah, he said it on the show that he will be coming back. We just don't know when. He just has to get approved. So he wants to come back, and for sure, and hopefully, rather not for sure. Um, this May was not the last time you see him in 2026. So
Yun.
abang-abang na kayo. And
Yep.
speaking of guests, we have a very special guest announcement for this week. I will announce it at the end of this podcast, at the end of this live stream. So don't go anywhere. Don't don't tune out after we finish our last topic. Kaya alam mo yan. So para
Yeah.
malaman niyo kung sino. I will not announce it after this live stream until we finish the interview on Thursday.
Ayun.
So very
Right.
special now. All right. Before we talk about Dakila too, Emil, let's promote really quickly our ways to be supported.
All right, so you can support the podcast in many ways. First is the sponsorship. So if you want to sponsor an episode, sponsor a segment, or support us in general, you can do it through sponsorships. You could just shoot us an email at wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. You can also support the podcast through Patreon and Gang. It's just $5 every month. You get the Discord community. You get access to interviews. You can be in the Zoom call when we do those interviews. I know we've done already like a couple of these with our beloved patrons. So again, it's a good way to support the podcast. Again, $5 a month. It's the links are patreon.com/wrestling podcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod.
All right. Thank you, Emil Nate. So hey, we had a huge wrestling weekend, y'all. It was really, really big. And syempre, we can't not address the elephant in the room. We are also media partners as well, so we can't not address it. Emil, you came off of a historic, monumental Dakila 2 by Dexcon. What were your thoughts? I can't give my thoughts. I was part of the show.
Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts on both Dakila and Baka Gaijin and Friends Manila Volume 2?
Yeah, I go first for the Bakagaijin. I never thought I would have fun watching bar wrestling as someone who hindi regular sa bar, as someone who doesn't drink. The environment, I was kind of worried coming in on how I would feel about it, but it was probably the most fun I had in a while watching a wrestling adjacent show. I mean, it was a wrestling show, but it was
Wrestling
a
adjacent. It is a wrestling show. It's not a wrestling
it is
adjacent
a
show.
very non-traditional kasi walang ring eh. It
It's
was
not
only like
wrestling
mats.
adjacent. It's a wrestling show
All
with
right, my
musical
bad.
performances.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. But I was just saying it's very non-traditional, and I laughed, I screamed, and at the end of the night, I was worried that I might not have a voice nung the following day because I was that spent after that Saturday night. The matches were great. It was so fun. And I think one thing I told fans when we were leaving the venue is that wrestling is really fun when you don't take it seriously. Like if you can just let yourself,
Say that again, Emilio.
you
Say
know,
that again for the people. And Jasper, please clip this. Please, I want you to clip this particular part. Say it again.
yeah, wrestling is really fun if you don't take it seriously.
Yun.
Like if you're not worried about ratings, if you're not worried about all the internet shit, all the internet rumors, when you are there in a venue alongside your fellow wrestling fans and you just take it all in, it's so fun. And it's an experience now you'd never get when you're just watching it on TV.
Saying hey to Anton, patron Anton, who is in the chat. And I want to call you out because you don't watch any of the. I can't call out
You
Julian
should,
anymore.
man. You
Julian
should.
has fulfilled the prophecy. Anton, on the other hand, I have never seen at a DexCon show.
You
So
should, you
how
should
how are you
start,
gonna
man.
cape for all of these people who appear in AEW? There have been like three people
Yes.
who have appeared in AEW.
Yep.
Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Lacey Lane. And you're still not there. What the hell,
Ano
man?
pa, si May, di ba?
Oh, yeah, four. May Suruga, yeah.
So yun, 4.
Yeah. Kulang na lang Maki Ito, which we'll probably get sooner or later.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Interesting.
how are you gonna pull for alternatives and you don't come and watch the shows? Jesus, man. But yeah, subscribe to Patreon and Gak.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
for
okay, sorry. That was your
No,
thoughts
no,
on Bakagaigen.
for Bakagaichi, those are my thoughts. For Dakila, man, I didn't expect how big the venue was. It was really big. It was cold. Like, akala ko, like, I
it
didn't
was
worry
cold
about
when they turned the aircons on. When the
Yeah.
show isn't going on, we don't turn on the aircons, and it was pretty
Yeah,
hot.
so
early in the afternoon.
So I wasn't worried. Hindi ako worried about how cold it's gonna be because it's summer, right? Like sige, full blast yun lang yung aircon. But it got cold at the start of the show. It really was already cold. So that pala nagdala ko ng at least jacket or something like long
Told
sleeve.
you to bring a jacket. It was in our GC. I told you in our GC to bring a jacket. I said
Well, I don't have a jacket.
Okay.
When I went here to Manila, I didn't bring any because
Pwede ka naman
it's
bumili.
like
Dami-dami
it's summer.
tindahan.
But like they really maximize the venue. And when I say that, I meant using the big screen for some stuff na they could never do sa Broad Pit, like the vignettes that they aired, teasing events, like using the Tron for for video, yung mga Titan Tron ng mga wrestlers.
Yeah.
That was really cool. In the ring, I love the sound of the new ring. It was loud. It was echoing throughout the venue. So all of that aside, the action in itself was really great. The main event is now the greatest match I've seen in person.
Okay.
And I think I said that on Twitter as well. And it was the best match I've seen in person. And to be there in the front row, I was sitting front row for that was an experience I'll never forget. Rest of the matches were also great. That 4-way was insane. It was insanity. I think that it got a standing ovation from the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think I've never seen before. A match like that but I even call it parang an X division type of match.
Yeah, it was literally booked to be a spot fest. And I say that with love because the wrestlers knew they were booked in this match to give you a very quick succession of spots. Like, we don't give a damn, we don't give a fuck about psychology. The psychology is we're all high flyers, diba?
Yeah.
So yun yung niya. And that was my personal favorite then of the night. It was really because you do have to get in your different styles of wrestling, and I'm glad that Shaheen was also able to do his thing. JJ and our new friend Mune Nakamura, so really good stuff. I hope that they all come back as well. Anything else?
Yeah, that was it. Like, it was I think now we're at this point now. I think we can consider Dakila as the WrestleMania of DexCon.
Yeah, the May show. The May show has been established na rin. After the tradition then of Revolution X happening in May.
X,
So that was that's a real thing that Stan mentioned, and it's a real. It didn't occur to me then, kasi syempre the Revolution X streaks have been broken for like 2 years or 4 years. Diba? Like the last one was 2019. And it didn't occur to me that the May show is supposed to be the continuation of Revolution X. Because the people behind DexCon are also PWR fans from back in the day. So yeah, so you can expect it now.
From now on,
From now on, I think we can say that for as long as DexCon is doing its thing, the May show is going to be its biggest yet. So make your plans. This includes everyone outside of the Philippines listening to this and hearing all about the insanity that is DexCon. Make your plans for May, kasi for sure, habang for while it's a thing. Sorry, while it's a thing, it will be a huge event.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Real quickly, I enjoyed. There were some technical difficulties, but I enjoyed being at Bigger Pictures Mandaluyong. One, it's close to me. It's huge and not huge in a way that is daunting to sell out. Like before the show, si Aaron Liwanag was asking me what did I prefer? Do I prefer the Vertis North tent, which is no longer there anymore, where we held Homecoming 2019, or this new venue? And I said this one is much smaller, but also not small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hindi siya nakaka-pressure i-sell out.
Yeah.
So I think we filled our seats, we pulled in a lot of people. We didn't fill the venue to capacity, and we didn't have to. Because, if we did, we would probably create unsafe environment. And we didn't fill the venue, and it was pretty packed. So I liked that space allowed for that. So,
saka ang daming space. Ang lawak nung, di ba sa Broadbeat, lahat tayo sisiksikan nun, di ba?
Yeah.
But here, like, it's so comfortable. People could walk around everywhere, to get merch or to buy food throughout the show. So it was the venue was really set up nicely.
Yeah. So the only gripe nga was the floor projectors didn't work, and that was apparently a huge part of the intended setup, the intended production. So there was for those who never saw it, which was almost everyone, the ring was blank, and they were supposed to project graphics onto the blank canvas of the ring. So that was the intended effect. So sayang, apparently nung araw na yun, dun lang siya nagloko. Yung setup na yun. So it was really, a lot of people were frustrated about it. Rightfully so, because they spent a lot of time and energy working on that stuff. So, sayang na. But hopefully, when we come back, I believe the Battle Pass in July will be there then. Okay, I hope that we end up fixing the technical issues by that time. Whew. Wow. Man. Oh boy. I think I want to take a break first.
All right, let's take a break.
I think we need to take a break after all the DexCon talk.
All right.
So before we get into the rest of wrestling, let's take a quick break and give ourselves a moment to compose ourselves after talking about local wrestling. All right. A lot of stuff we didn't get to talk about last week, actually, because we didn't have an episode on Thursday because of the tour. So first things first, we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Ludwig Kaiser had an arrest warrant after this man from Florida nagsampa ng kaso. Charges of battery against him. So there are two sides of the story, and syempre for a lot of people, it will depend. I mean, it says a lot about you where which side you believe, diba? So the victim side is that he was in an elevator with Ludwig Kaiser and his girlfriend, presumed to be Andrea Bazarte, presenter ng AAA, and they were being aggressively affectionate, diba? And the Florida man says, "Hey, have some manners, have some respect." And according to him, Ludwig Kaiser stepped out of the elevator with him, and they got into a fight. And he beat him up because he's a big wrestler, right? And
Yeah.
apparently, allegedly, he had a huge scratch on his back. So that's the
So
story. And the story coming out of Kaiser's side is that they were being normally affectionate, and then when they got to the Florida man's floor, before he stepped out, he says, "You better have some respect, or else I'm gonna call ICE on that B." And syempre, like a noble boyfriend, and honestly, you should be doing this no matter what.
yeah.
Kaiser stepped out. Kaiser stepped out of the elevator, and he had a few words with the man. And apparently, they had an altercation, but there were no blows exchanged. So, syempre, okay, those are the two sides. Nothing has been ruled yet. Kaiser turned himself in. He flew all the way from Mexico to Florida when he found out that there was an open arrest warrant, and because this incident happened in April pa. So he
Yeah.
flew all the way to Florida to turn himself in, and he posted bond, which was paid for by Gunther. This one we
Wow.
know, yeah. Gunther paid for his bond, and he appealed to the court to let him travel outside of the country because he had never been arrested before. It's his first criminal record. So pinayagan naman siya, which is why this weekend Noche de los Grandes is still on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So that's the story. Those are the two stories, rather. Emil, what is your take? Who are you more inclined to believe?
I think it's a mix of both. I believe Kaiser's side of the story na they were being normal and that the guy screamed something. Kasi hindi naman magagalit si Kaiser if they were, or normally you wouldn't get mad if sinabihan ka na have some manners. Like it's not something usually people get mad at. I think it's something that the guy said talaga that got him angry. I do believe there were some blows that was thrown. Kasi yun nga nagalit si Kaiser.
Oh,
So
so that's a part.
I'm
That's a part you believe from Florida Man.
exactly, yeah. So that's why I said it's a
But
mix
I
of
agree.
both
I agree.
stories.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe Kaiser is just saying that so he doesn't get himself into more trouble by saying that, yeah, I punched the guy. So I think it's a mix of both stories, but kasi yun yung nagbe-make sense sa akin eh. That's the story that literally makes sense in my head na they were being normal or yeah, affectionate. Yeah, I mean, out naman sila sa boyfriend girlfriend eh. So like maybe the dude said something bad for him to, to set him off and, they got into a fight, an altercation. So um I guess he just turned himself in. Parang it's also a sign of wala siyang tinatakbuhan na okay, alam niya may warrant so they had
Yeah,
to
that was a
do all
baller
the
move.
four. Yeah.
You don't do that again. You don't do that. You don't run away if you got nothing to hide. You don't
Exactly.
run up a stairwell if you ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I
Tama, yeah.
mean? You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. Exactly. So, like alam ni Kaiser na na hindi maapektuhan yung career niya, di siya maapektuhan on a personal level by turning himself in kasi it means that for him, he's innocent and he's just turning himself in kasi yun yung formality of the situation. So, everything's good naman. I mean, he was able to appear nga on an event nung weekend where, he's so over right now na he got lit a crowd, going on the streets for him. So, good for him. Na everything got resolved And yeah, let this be a lesson for people not to not to fuck with wrestlers, man. Don't think, or maybe, or there's a chance that the man didn't know he was a wrestler, but still, if you see someone who's bigger than you, or who's can break your bones, then don't say or don't fuck with him, guys.
Ako naman, I am more inclined to believe the Kaiser side, the Marcel Barthel side, because syempre, he's a wrestler. I mean, and he's a wrestler. He's a professional wrestler in the age of social media. He knows that any misstep as a public figure will cost him a lot of opportunities and maybe even his job. So, hindi siya, alam niya, and I know he's smart. Hindi siya basta-basta manggugulo if there wasn't a good reason for him to do that. Like, I have worked with legitimate unprofessional wrestlers. Like, I know a bunch of them. And they don't understand this. They don't understand that just because they are somewhat public figures, everything they do will be put under a microscope. And when they fucked around, they found out. Diba? And Kaiser knows that if you fuck around, you find out quickly. Kaya I know that he's not gonna risk everything for a guy telling him to stop being PDA, diba?
Oh yeah.
So I'm more inclined to believe that this guy said something pretty racist or pretty bigoted about his very Latina girlfriend that caused them to step outside. I actually don't even believe that they came to blows, because again, pro wrestler, professional, smart enough,
fair.
smart enough to not start shit with a civilian. Diba?
Oh yeah.
If shit was started, it might have had to be the other guy. Diba?
True.
So when I first heard about this, I really hoped that it was a situation that was similar to Jack Reacher, Alan Richardson. So, diba, he had a recent run-in with the law because a neighbor was being a dick to him. So, yun. So, I am more inclined to believe. And the reason why, again, he turned himself in is because he knew he was innocent. He knew he was going to be able to beat the charges, diba? And John is right. The moment I heard that was possibly the situation, the instigating incident, I knew that it tracked because they're in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
This is the South. This is Florida. Yeah. It's a white guy in Florida. Like, we're minorities. We know.
The term Florida man is literally a joke.
Yeah. So
it is a running joke.
Well, I as many people have already commented on social media, we're a bit late to this actually because it blew over. Because he's already out, diba? He got bailed out by Gunther. He's able to do Mexico. He's able to work Mexico next week. But I mean, it's gonna end up a nothing burger in the career of Ludwig Kaiser of El Grande Americano. Like now he's a legit Mexican hero because he got arrested.
But there are some people who are saying that is this a work? Because somehow this got him even more over.
No, I think it was. I thought it was like a really good piece of serendipity.
Like now he's more over than
he's a folk hero. He defended his Mexican girlfriend, his Mexican amor. Diba?
Yeah, so
La amor mexicana. Mexicana.
Yeah, now people are backing him even more, which is
it's crazy.
If that's gonna be
if
that's gonna be good for his career. Yeah. So now he's. I think for me, I mean, outside of all of this, now for me, he's the biggest babyface in all of wrestling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right now, yeah, he I mean, not just because of that incident, but because of his work as well. So we gotta credit that. We gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah. Saying hey to Rowan, who is back among us, among the living. We missed him. Like, if you need a reason to subscribe to our Patreon, like he posted a video of himself dancing the Liv Morgan song, which I don't know if I can post because I really would like to though. Rowan, let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. All right. Anything? Yeah. I mean, I think
Eh.
Jasper clip the good parts of this. Both are parts. Paklip, please, Jasper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There were two events from WWE and AEW. Let's go through Saturday night's main event first. Because it
All
was
right.
the more quiet one. What do you think of the show? I thought that Triple A was much better after it.
Actually, yeah. Actually, yes. Yes, I.
Can we talk?
I
Let's talk about
also.
Triple A first.
Yeah,
Since we're
that
talking about El
was
Grande
so good.
Americano, we're talking about Luke
That was
Kaiser.
so good. Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
it was a really good closing segment. It was a go home to
Mm.
Noche de los Grandes, and
Actually, the entire show was really good.
oh
Not
yeah,
just
yeah,
the last
the
segment.
show
Yeah.
was pretty good. Um, the two El Grande Americanos finally touched. Kasi Chad Gable, Chaparro
Yeah.
Americano, wore a T-shirt with Andre Bazarte's face on it. It said Despedida, which was mocking yung pagka-fire niya ni Andre
Yeah.
Bazarte to have the match. So, and the passionate, highly emotional El Grande Americano really got pissed off, man. And he went
did.
he went after El Grande Americano and they touched, they made physical contact, and the new AAA general manager Rey Mysterio comes out and basically says, "Fuck the stipulation, the match is still on."
Yeah.
And it just
Which-
got even more over because
Yeah.
the Mexicans. I feel that the Mexicans and Shepherd, everyone else identified with how emotional El Grande Americano was.
Yeah, that was teleserye levels, of drama. This has been the best storyline in all of wrestling this year. And I can't believe it got to this point na everyone is so into it. Because, diba, if you remember how the story started last year, it was meant to be a joke. It was meant to be like a comedy storyline or comedy gimmick. But now, because of AAA, because of the integration of the story in that promotion, it is now the biggest story in all of wrestling. And credit to El Gran Americano 1 and 2 for that. They really turned this thing into what it is. And yeah, the inclusion of Rey Mysterio in it as okay, fuck it, fuck the stipulation. No, we're gonna have this match nonetheless. It's also so wrestler coded, which made sense if you think about it. So I can't wait for this Sunday. And this has been the most excited I've been with anything wrestling since probably last year. So kudos to both Chad and El Gran Americano 1 and Dos.
I can tell you that this feud is literally putting food on tables. It is literally feeding generations. Like,
Yep.
unfortunately, the best thing about WWE is something happening in AAA. So
Oo nga eh. Yeah.
it is so good.
Yep. Also, no, the segment where Rey Mysterio was announced as the general manager was also notable kasi nakatawa si Dorian Roldan at that segment. Like he was so annoyed na he was not gonna be the one named as the general manager. And also another story in AAA that's interesting is the rivalry between Phoenix and Laredo Kid. They just had another banger match this week, and I think Laredo Kid is heel now because of his
Not a bit much
actions.
a heel. I
So-
mean, like, he's been turning heel for a couple of weeks now.
I mean, I think it's official now. I mean, they've been just teasing it in the past few weeks, but I think now it's official. So it's also another again. Triple S the best thing on TV on wrestling right now, guys. If you're missing out if you're not watching it every Sunday.
Yeah. To answer Anton's question, yes. All AAA events will be streamed on YouTube for international audiences. So the same way Triple Mania and Rey de Reyes was aired on YouTube, this event will be airing on YouTube. It's a 2 week 2-parter. So I think it's live on Sunday Manila time, and then it's gonna be the second half will be airing
The next
the week after. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Saturday night's main event.
Oh man.
Is there anything you want to talk about this? Because to me, it was really, it was a show. Things happened. What was the most interesting part? Kasi, uh, the biggest discourse nung Sunday really was, other than Dexcon, yung AAA.
Yeah. I think yeah. I think just the fact that Vision retained the tag team titles surprised me. I mean, I thought it was gonna since kakabalik lang nila and they had all the momentum. Na the Street Profits was gonna come out on top. Or if they lost, like something would have happened to progress the story, but it's the same it's the same Vision stuff that we've been seeing for a while now. And the biggest news out of that, which we will get into more, I think on Thursday because they announced it on Raw, is that Logan Paul is injured. So one half of the tag team titles is injured, and I think Breaker is stepping in for him as a tag team champion. So they're kind of free birding it. So I don't know what will happen now. The Logan Paul is injured, and one half of the tag team titles is not around. So dalawa na lang sila sa division. Or tatlo. Nandiyan pa pala si Bronson Reed, but he's out. But yeah, that was the only thing that's notable. Everything else is I know. Oh, the Charlotte Alexa Rhea thing also had some progressions as well. Now they're working as a team, but it cost them the match. So that is something that I think something to look forward to on SmackDown.
Yeah. Wala, to me, it had nothing. It had no. It had no big things. Eh. It had no.
I didn't even know that the show was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a rushed build then, like because it was happening a week before Clash in Italy. Because syempre, normally you build everything was building toward Clash in Italy, and then this was the thing that was happening. So to me, it felt like an inconsequential special. Like sayang, kasi I guess a whole bunch of things were not happening for Clash in Italy. But at this point, if you're gonna have a TV special, you might as well make it feel like a TV special, and that didn't happen. Like, this could have been the B side to Clash in Italy, and it literally was a B side to everything happening. Like the most notable thing about the show was something that happened by accident. That Logan Paul got injured. Diba?
Yep.
So
I'm gonna be honest here now for a second. I know we're covering WWE, but there's literally nothing interesting going on right now in WWE with all these. Even AAA, is outshining WWE at this point.
I don't agree that nothing interesting is happening. It's just that it's not as interesting as anything that's happening outside it.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair thing.
Yeah. I think a lot of people will, understandably, but not rightfully, hate on a lot of things happening in WWE. But to me, kasi, if you're a geek like I am, like if you're a nerd for storytelling, if you're a nerd for character development, there are things happening. It's just not as exciting. You know what I mean? It's a thing that I totally understand people's feelings about, but I will disagree. I will say that there are I just think that it's not as exciting as AEW. So let's talk about Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
a lot of things happened. This was actually the main thrust of our live stream tonight. So let's start from the top. MJF won the AEW Men's World Championship, so he gets to keep his hair. And syempre, I only know one person watching us right now. That's Anton, who really thought that Darby was going to retain the championship. And this is despite all the signs pointing toward Darby losing kasi pinagod niya sarili niya. Lagari yung schedule niya. And it was a story that was really well told. I say it's well told because they were spoon feeding you the details in the weeks leading up to this. Like he passed out during a match last week or a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
If that's not being heavy-handed about the whole thing, but what isn't? I'm sure you wanted to think now, okay, maybe he's going to beat the odds, right? He's going to defy the odds and pull out another superhuman effort because he conquered Mount Everest and what have you. But no, I mean, MJF was much fresher. He got to rest. He wasn't proving himself by defending the championship every show, diba? So that's what happened, and that's a story that's well told. And I feel like the bad endings. I said this on Facebook. The bad endings are they work best when you know the bad ending is coming, so you can prepare yourself for the bad ending. So, what do you think of this whole result?
I was fine with it, honestly. Kasi, yun nga eh, the story beats that they were telling us point, pretty much point us to the conclusion that MJF was gonna win back the championship. Kasi, yun nga, Darby has been killing himself. So the lesson that I got after this match is Darby Allin is human. Yeah. Darby Allin is human. Yes, he can do extraordinary things, but at the end of the day, if you add in the human element factor into it, he's gonna lose the title because he's been grinding so much. And MJF took advantage of it. Like uh the ending sequence there literally was MJF finding that one fatal mistake and him capitalizing on it. The match itself was really great. That insane spot from yung sa top ng the the stage area where like but that must have been like 20 feet in the air. Goddamn Darby Allen. But yeah, I mean, I was fine with the Darby Allin title reign anyway. Kasi it's so memorable for its title defenses. Like a lot of title reigns usually would only have few title defenses here and there, but with Darby, we got a great title defenses on weekly basis. So I think people will remember Darby Allin's title reign in a few years because of the caliber of matches that he had while being the champion, despite the title only lasting for 2 months or a month.
No, 40 days. It was
So,
literally 40
oh,
days.
40 days.
Yeah.
So, yun, sakto, 40 days. So, yeah.
I said on Facebook then that Darby Allin wrote a new blueprint for how you should do a short championship reign. But at the same time, I don't think anyone else or very few people can do what Darby did. Diba? Like
I can see
off
that,
the top of my head, I can only think of Orange Cassidy being able to
Oh,
do
when
the
he
same
was
thing because he
international
He
champion.
literally did the same story. Diba?
Yeah.
So if you are a champion that's full of energy, if you're a wrestler that's full of energy, you can do the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's funny because I think that AEW then also stuck it to WWE by literally doing a reverse Roman Reigns.
Oh, yes.
So I think that's also what made it stand out from the rest, from everyone else, really, because they weren't afraid to put the championship on every show and build Darby as a champion along the way. Diba? A lot of this is gonna be made by how he conducted himself.
True.
But the loss was not the only loss that Darby took in that segment.
Yeah. Shit.
So at the end of the show, after the match, Kevin Knight came out to try to it seemed like he was gonna beat down or beat away MJF, but he perched on the top rope. It so happened that the gurney, the stretcher,
was right there.
with Darby was right there, and I guess the intrusive thoughts got to him, and he hit the splash on Darby Allin, on Darby Allin. So this was a manifestation na rin, the culmination of a lot of assholish behavior that that he had been displaying over the past few weeks. And again, not surprising because everyone knew, or everyone, if you watched every week, you would know that he was acting a little like a dick, even to his best friend, a tag team partner, diba? So, what do you think of this heel turn, and what did you think of the fact that he didn't turn heel on his partner? He just turned heel on someone else.
That was so random. I was expecting Knight to turn heel on Speedball, which I think most most people were also waiting on, but he did it against, he did it to Darby Allin, which also makes sense kasi, 'di ba, they've been going back and forth in ever since Darby won the title, and I think Kevin Knight was also one of the challengers. So parang ang lumalabas to sa story is Darby was undermining si Kevin Knight, no. So um this is very interesting kasi usually um naging hero siya once he was champion, eh. So it's a very interesting storyline if you think about it. And I am ready for this. I mean, as much as I love the team up between Speedball and Kevin Knight, I know that they can succeed on their own as individuals. It just so happened that talagang they clicked as a team, but I also can't wait for the possibility of them matching up against each other, because for me, Speedball can be one of the purest baby faces in wrestling, while Kevin Knight, with what he's showing now, can also, I think, at some point be one of the top heels in the company. So I'm excited for this, honestly. And I think they are pretty big on him as a heel as well, kasi ginawa nila yung heel turn at the end of a major pay-per-view, not just on any random episode of Dynamite or Collision. So I think they have pretty big plans for him if they did the turn after the main event.
I don't know what I feel about this really. I don't fully buy Kevin Knight as a talker, because if you would hear his promos, he's still kind of finding his voice. I'm guessing it's like he needs practice for sure. He needs a lot of practice. So I guess you can say I guess you can say that he's gonna be learning on the job how to be
Oh
a heel.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I
Probably,
feel about it
yes.
kasi hindi pa siya hinog eh. You know, like he's gonna be a high flying heel, and I don't know if he's ready for that. I don't know if he's ready for that, in the sense that I think a lot of people are gonna cheer him still because he's a good high flyer. But like it's one of those things where people want to cheer you, and you pull the trigger on something that is gonna try to make them not do that. You know what I mean? I know that this was really this is necessary for him to add another facet to his character, the same way that it happened to Javon Evans, which we'll talk about in a couple of days. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I hope that he changes his style, diba? I hope that he changes his approach to the whole thing. Kaya, kaya sila nagpull ng trigger on the heel turn, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't wanna compare, I don't wanna compare, but I think he can, if he follows the blueprint that Swerve did as a heel when he became, the Swerve that he was today. Kasi that also took a heel turn for him to get here. So if it would take the same path for Kevin Knight to become a fully fledged star, then why the hell not, diba?
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it is tradition in pro wrestling that you have to turn heel to add layers to your character. I'm still waiting for the day really you don't have to turn heel to be a more mature character. Like it feels like we have to corrupt everyone, myself included. Like happened to me. It really happened to me. Like I had to turn heel for me to be taken a little more seriously. Yeah, but I'm waiting for the day where you don't have to turn heel to be a serious be a serious main eventer or a serious wrestler.
Yeah, that would be the day. Yeah.
All right, other things that happened. Important title reign, championship win. Cope and Cage won their first tag team championship in 25 years.
Jeez,
that is probably the
years.
longest period of time between tag team title reigns. That's got to be a record, unless some other.
I think,
unless some other old person team has the record. But yes, really great moment, really fun match. I know that yung yung highly dramatic hardcore match is one of Cope's signature signature match types. Like he's built a main event run based on dramatic hardcore no DQ matches. So he's
Oh yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah.
They did a tribute to that particular match, Edge versus Mick
Spot
Foley. Syempre, the I Quit match between him and Cope, diba? Him and Cage.
Cage.
So, uh, I guess a part of our childhoods, or my childhood, because you weren't there for that moment or for that run, was healed because we thought that they would never get the chance to become a tag team again after they both retired due to injury, diba? And then they came back from retirement not at the same time. And then one of them left, Christian left WWE. Tapos Cope came to AEW and they didn't team together at first. So this whole position ended in a historic tag team championship run for the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you look how if you look how their careers have gone, we would like I never thought we would get this day. Honestly, I never thought that we would get them teaming up again. I didn't even think like 6 years ago that we would get both of them wrestling, but here we are, diba? So, and I think it's also big for them personally. Na all they really wanted was to get back in there, and all they really wanted was to team up again, and they're champions again for the first time in like again 25 years. A lot of people weren't alive when they were still tagging, and they're now fully fledged adults. So it was a great match. Honestly, it was a great match. It was a dramatic conclusion to a feud that has been what a year now. Because it was Dynasty last year, diba? When the whole Colt versus FDR feud started. So, it was a great conclusion to that feud. And I'm looking forward to how Cage and Cope are going to be tag team champions because the tag team division in AEW is also quite deep. So there's a lot of potential rivalries in there. And if this is going to be their last run as a tag team or as tag team champions, then I think they would want to make this a memorable one.
Yeah. I think I like that the championship run isn't a rehash of isn't them trying to be ENC.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
like
true.
obviously ENC was a character that they did in their 20s. So Cope and Cage, syempre, it's a fitting end to their careers by having them be the old men that they are.
Yeah. Yeah, ibang characters na sila compared to to the ENC, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yep. All right, more things from Double or Nothing. Stadium Stampede happened. Jericho, the Hurt Syndicate, and the Elite Shepherd, the Babyfaces came out victorious because it is Stadium Stampede. It was made to make the crowd happy.
Yeah, I feel like this is by far the most comedic one out of all stadium stampedes, and I think that's because of the limitations when it comes to violence because they were in New York. So they made it up for it by by putting in more. I don't think they were intending to make it a comedy match, but it kind of felt like the people were
No,
laughing
Stadium
through
Stampede
most
is
of it.
comedy. There's the difference between Stadium Stampede and Anarchy in the Arena is Stadium Stampede is supposed to be funny. Kasi
Alright,
inimbento ni Jericho yun as part of the Inner Circle, right?
Okay,
And
yeah. So
it, Inner Circle Jericho was still up to a lot of comedy hijinks.
yeah, so it was a comedic match, a lot of funny spots. Um, Leo Rush and Lashley there for a moment was really funny. And Satnam Singh also had an appearance, and yeah, I mean it was meant
Ang daming
to.
nabok, no? Ang daming nabok na.
Yeah, exactly. So and the intros done by both teams was really good as well. So it was meant to, it was meant to make us laugh, make us feel good, and they did. It was a fun match to follow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. One more thing. One more thing from AEW. Mick Foley is officially All Elite, and he debuted for the show as part of the pre-show panel for Double or Nothing.
Mm.
And syempre, as expected, a lot of people are angry and upset by this for two reasons. One is because AEW, anything that any person that jumps over to AEW from WWE, especially in the way that Mick did it, talagang it's almost DDS like behavior, if you will. DDS like anger from WWE fanboys. Like it's insane. It's super insane. And number two is because he did it in protest of MAGA and Donald Trump, diba? And the
Yeah.
way that WWE has gotten in bed with the Donald Trump administration. So uh, a lot of negative feelings, but syempre, again, what you feel about this, about Mick Foley's jump to AEW, is indicative of you as a person, as a political person. So, Mick Foley doing this is a great boost for AEW. Like, remember when AEW had its run of signing old talent from WWE, like Sina Mark Henry, Sina Paul White. So this is like a really good thing for them. Like Mick Foley is still one of the sharpest minds in pro wrestling, despite the things he's done in his career, the bumps he's taken in his career. So he's a great talker as well. Like so I think this is a huge get for AEW.
Yeah, absolutely. Yun nga, first show yeah, they already had him go out there and have a segment with MJF, diba? Because they know that this guy's a great talker, he's a great promo, and can absolutely bring out the best of whoever he's having a promo battle with, and that's what we got at the pre-show. That pre-show promo that they had was great, where he was challenging MJF, nga, diba? And MJF was making fun of him being an underdog. So I think sulit yung investment nila for to Mick Foley. And just doon naman sa mga nagagalit na WWE fans, it's not like Mick Foley is active on WWE programming these days anyway.
Oh, nga, diba?
Diba?
They just don't like it because
Yeah.
he spoke up against WWE and he spoke up
Yeah.
against Donald Trump, diba?
Yeah, so if AEW finds something for him, then good for Mick Foley, diba? So I don't think like WWE fans should be really mad about that.
I mean,
they
I don't
always
think
find
so
a
too, but
reason
they
to.
will be.
Yeah, they
Because,
always
yun
find
nga,
a reason to. Yeah.
DDS behavior.
Absolutely.
Diba?
Yeah. So, so these fans should just settle down and, let Mick do his thing, because whatever he does, is always memorable.
Right. One last thing I want to talk about is JR's participation on the show. So
Okay.
JR did one match. They brought him out because syempre big show, Double or Nothing, the WrestleMania of AEW, and they just wanted to pay tribute to him and have him do his thing. And you can tell then that JR's health was failing him. His memory was failing him. Like, hirap na hirap siya. He didn't know that Kyle O'Reilly was a veteran. He's 39 years old, and he's treating him like a young boy. And all of these things
man.
that honestly kind of made it sad. Did you watch the Continental Championship match?
Yeah. I did. I watched the title match, and I would agree at this. I mean, I think they're just allowing him to be out there just so that he could feel,
Yeah.
para hindi, kasi 'di ba, ang nangyayari sa mga, especially with old people, is that whenever they stop doing the thing that they're doing or the thing they love, that's where they really deteriorate.
Right.
So I think it's just a way for them to, at least for him to make him feel like he's JR.
Right.
Just for a bit, 'di ba? Not yung parang hindi na sa buong show, but just for a bit, just so they could get him out there. So even if, despite his mistakes and despite his lapses, I'm still okay with him being out there because of the context of the situation.
Oh, so I actually didn't know about that part for dementia sufferers, diba? Because they're still checking if he has Alzheimer's or dementia. So I didn't know that you had to make them do the things that they like so that they don't deteriorate. So when I started this conversation, I was gonna say I didn't know what I was gonna feel about JR going out there. I felt like I know that he wanted to do that and commentate, but I felt like it was too much of a show of someone who was obviously not all there anymore. Diba? But okay, siguro I'm just gonna leave it at that and give him a lot of grace. I feel like obviously they also can't say no. Okay, guys, JR is really sick or JR is really old, and we're just letting him do his thing. What up? I can say I was a long time proponent of letting JR retire, but syempre, that's not my decision to make. And syempre, if this is their way of helping him, then who am I to complain against them about it?
Yep.
So, keeping JR in our thoughts. All right, that's it for our Weekend Reacts episode. We had quite a bit to talk about, so umabot tayo ng
we did.
1 hour for
Yeah.
sure. Nothing to plug right now.
Your announcement.
Oh yeah, the announcement.
Right. You almost forgot.
If you are here at the end of this live stream, no, John, he was calling Kyle O'Reilly the young boy. Because that was the match. Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley. So not Kyle Fletcher. Anyway. All right, so the announcement. This week we are interviewing none other than the current, the new. What was that? Shit. GHC heavyweight champion Shane Haste, the Mighty Don't Kneel, the White Raven squad, officially this Thursday morning. If you are a patron, you will get front row seats to the Zoom conversation that we will be having with him early in the morning, 8 a.m. So if you want to join, may time pa para mag-sign up sa Patreon namin at sa Gank namin. Patreon.com/wrestling podcast. Ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod. You know what to do. $5, 300 pesos. Sulit na sulit yan. You'll get first dibs, front row access to our interview with Shane Haste and other possible interviews that allow, spectators. Diba?
Yep.
So
we're also cooking another one. So there might be another one in the near future.
Yeah, D Prime. It's time for you to sign back up. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Saying hey to Mon Agbisit of the Moonlock Podcast, all the way from Canada. What's up, man?
What's up, Mon?
The man that beat the PBA. Always love to see you. Right. So that is actually my announcement. So I'm not gonna repeat that on social media until we finally lock it down. Kasi baka ma-jinx ko pa diba? So sign up na sa Patreon if you want to be a part of that on Thursday morning, 8 a.m. local time. Right. No plugs. I guess go buy tickets to the Wool Master Wars. If you want to see Fugo Yumeji and Marika Kobashi face off against Joya for the meeting in the Dexcon Women's World Championship. Dexcon.helixpay.ph. All right. Thank you to Babyface producer Jasper for always making us sound great. If you want to continue the conversation with us, it is at Wrestling2xpod on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram. Twitter, Threads, and TikTok at Wrestling Podcast on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. For my co-host Emil, it's at EML_Meiser, at Chino Supersize for Chino, at _Stancy for Stan, at Monday Night Rowan for Rowan. And for myself, it is at Shang.Daddy on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, and at Rosewar on Twitter. All right. We'll see you again on Thursday for the Thursday live stream. Sure, Nan. I will be there. Emil will be there. And we'll talk about Raw, NXT, and Dynamite. Till then, please stay safe. Stay hydrated. It is super hot. Turn on your air cons. Mas okay na magbayad kayo ng mataas sa Meralco kaysa magbayad kayo ng mataas sa hospital.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
And stay hydrated all the time. Don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast out. Later, podcast. Peace.